Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Kyya and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing really well this fine evening, and if not, then cheer up dog, it's gonna get better, I promise. Now before I really dive into this video real quick, I want you guys to answer this one simple question in the comments down below. Do you know who Robinhood is and what he stood for? And no, I'm not really talking about more or less the, the original version of Robinhood. I'm talking more of the folklore version of Robinhood. So if you do know, comment down below real quick. Now that you've done that, make sure you like the video in the process. And here we go. As some of you may know, it is very smart as you get older to invest in the stock market. It's a good way to get money by investing it, and also a pretty good way to lose it if you aren't careful enough. Now I suggest to all of you, my subscribers and my supporters, as you get older, I'd like you to look more into the stock market so you too can understand how it works. I'm only 17, so I can't really invest just yet, but I will be able to soon. Now, for those of you that do understand the stock market and have invested, or even have not invested, you may understand the purpose of this video is to talk about Robinhood. Robinhood is an application you can use to invest in the stock market. It's actually very popular too, millions of people use it. But as of recently, the stock market has seen a very big fluctuation and a ton of manipulation that I will get into later on in the video. What I will say first though is just know that GameStop, as some of you may know, is a gaming store. But as of right now, if you go in there, all you're going to see is Funko Pops and maybe a couple games. But as long as discs on video games still exist, GameStop will prevail, I guess. Trust me when I tell you that GameStop's employees are always complaining about how bad they're treated, all the things they have to do to customers, and their horrible policies. And let's just be real, bro. When you go to GameStop and you have a brand new PS5, they're only going to offer you like $120 for it. So no wonder their business is dying. I better not catch a single one of y'all at GameStop. I'll RKO you over the counter. Anyway, back on track, we're here to talk about Robinhood's scandal. Now, what's happened these last few days is that GameStop stock has risen a fuck ton. It went from a couple dollars, really, to about $200+. And for those of you that don't understand how that works, that's a lot. I think the highest I've seen is it go like about 500, a little over 500. So if you think about it, right, $37 to about 500. If you own some of these stocks, that's like a $400+ increase. Anyway, this morning millions of retail investors were blocked from purchasing on Robinhood without notice. This clear example of market manipulation has forced the stock down from over $500 in after hours to less than $300 as of this writing. Meanwhile, hedge fund interests are not blocked from buying the shares being traded, and the lower price obviously benefits them. We retail investors had followed all the rules and finally stood to gain a little bit from Wall Street as they suddenly changed the rules to protect us, quote unquote. I am requesting you use your I don't know what the fuck that word is, I'm stupid, power and regulatory authority to examine whether Robinhood God damn it. I can't read. Colluded illegally with any other actors who may have been held short positions on these stocks to reduce the number of buyers from GME and therefore deflate the price. This is called market manipulation. So as I just read, basically, Robinhood shut down everyone from buying and selling their stocks so that the millionaires and billionaires that have so much invested in them are able to stop losing money and actually get more. There's actually a Reddit going on where people are buying tons of shares in GameStop to raise the price of the stock. Now, doing this will make all the millionaires and billionaires that have, just bet on the fact that the GameStop stock would fall, lose a ton of money. Now, all this really started is because a couple weeks ago, there was a hedge fund that was taken notice of by a ton of people on Reddit. And basically what they were doing was doing short trades against GameStop, so that convinced everyone in the thread really to just come and join in and buy as much GameStop stock as possible. This made the stock rise, and the hedge fund's short position started to lose billions. Their losses even surpassed $13.1 billion that the hedge fund was worth. Eventually, this forced the hedge fund to close their short positions and buy all the GameStop stock back at a much higher price, sending the price even higher. Now, this is called a short squeeze. Now that the fund is declaring bankruptcy and the Reddit thread is combing through other hedge funds with the massive short exposure so they can short squeeze them into bankruptcy as well. All of Wall Street is saying that the public is joining together in this fashion should be illegal, but really they just lost their own game to the masses. Now this isn't going to sound too crazy at all because at this point this was expected to happen next. Robinhood was hit with a class action lawsuit. A class action lawsuit is a type of lawsuit where one of the parties is a group of people who are represented collectively by a member or members of that group. So basically a group of people band together and they pick one person to lead them and file a lawsuit on behalf of all party members. Well, as of today, January 28th, 2021, a class action lawsuit was filed in New York alleging that Robinhood deprived their customers of the ability to use their service in an effort to manipulate the market for the benefit of people with financial intuitions. Ironic, isn't it? They're called Robinhood, and Robinhood actually used to defend the poor instead of making the rich richer, and now it's the complete opposite. Oh, how the turns have tabled. The lawsuit comes hours after Robinhood informed users that it would restrict a handful of stocks, including GameStop, BlackBerry, AMC, and American Airlines, due to recent volatility. The company also said it would raise the margin requirements for some securities. In quotations by them, "We continuously monitor the market and make changes where necessary." A spokesperson for Robinhood declined to comment. At this point, they know they're screwed. As crazy as it may sound, Robinhood isn't the only firm that was restricting trading on GameStop. A ton of others were as well. As of right now, 56% of all Robinhood users own GameStop stock that they aren't able to trade, prompting accusations that the company is working to protect large financial institutions rather than small-time investors. It's also caught the attention of several members of Congress who questioned the move. A New York representative, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who sits on the Financial Services Committee, said she would support a hearing if necessary. I know I giggled a little bit when I said her full name or whatever, but that's because I was just looking on Twitter and people were just talking about her, so yeah, my fault. This pretty much sums up the entire Robinhood scandal up until about a couple hours ago. We haven't really received any new news since, but yeah, like the video if you liked it. If you look straight up, you will see more videos just like this one from my channel. Go give them a watch, why don't you? And yeah, follow me on Twitter, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you did, and I am gone. Peace.